Hey guys, guess who's back here? Guess who? It is me, Avilo, bringing you Metagame update number 29. Shit's about to hit the fan, as they say. So basically, guys, alright, so I'm releasing this Metagame update number 29. What's this one going to be about? The last one you heard me say that once Blizzard started giving a shit, I would acknowledge that they're doing that. Instead, it seems we're going backwards here. David Kim just recently released another fucking balance post that they think Swarmhosts could be a problem. Really? They just realized that right now. And the gist of it is they only think it's a problem ZVZ. The David Kim and Blizzard's ego are instead of actually fixing the problem, what David Kim basically said in his balance post is he's going to do literally everything to avoid touching the Swarmhost, but he's going to do random other shit instead of actually fixing one of the huge issues with StarCraft 2 as a spectator game right now, which is the Swarmhost in every matchup. David Kim thinks it's only a problem in ZVZ. Wrong. It's a problem in every matchup against Mech, against Protoss, and Zerg versus Zerg. It's a problem in every fucking matchup. It makes games really sturdily, stalematey, and boring. I don't know what to say at this point. Let me go ahead and let me read you off the. Let's go ahead and read the post here. Ah, man. Okay, so over the last few months, we've been internally playtesting a variety of design changes. Bullshit. Calling bullshit on this right now. Because the changes they show here, you could have thought of those in about 5 minutes. You've got to be kidding me. Seen feedback from players who want fewer balance changes and more time for strategies to adapt. Yeah, that's a great idea, David Kim. If we continue at this rate, everybody will have quit the game by 2016 because you waited for 1 hour Swarmhost stalemates to actually fix that. You waited to fix Protoss early game against Terran. Like, come on. Like, what the fuck? So basically what he's saying here is, here are the main thoughts. We don't want there to ever be 1 hour plus long games that are nothing except Locust versus Locust. We've only seen this a handful of times. Really? Because pretty much any game involving Swarmhosts against any race results in these stalematey games and really boring, dumb games, and no one wants to play those. We don't see a significant percentage of games that last more than 25 minutes. I'm assuming he means with Swarmhosts. Well, I don't know what he's smoking then. Does he watch the game? Probably not. Of course he hasn't seen a significant percentage of games. He doesn't watch the game or play the game, obviously. This playstyle is clearly not oh my god. Like, because ZVZ is a mirror matchup, it doesn't... So, alright. Anyways, the changes that he has here. Look, he's actually saying to revert the Spore buff and buff Hydras against biological only, or to randomly mess with the Viper Abduct, because yeah, and make massive units immune to it. So really what he's saying is he wants to secretly buff Protoss, so make it so you can't abduct Colossus, you can't abduct Carriers, you can't abduct Tempest. Who would have thought David Kim doing a secret Protoss buff? Who the fuck would have thought? At this point, I just gotta be honest with you guys. I just gotta be fucking honest here. Let's be honest for a moment. Would you let Donald Sterling run a basketball team? I don't know anybody that watches the news or sports news, but would you let him run an NBA basketball team? Would you let David Kim balance StarCraft 2? No. This is incompetence at its finest. He's doing literally everything but fixing the problem, which is the Swarmhost. You need to fix that shit. Like, he just needs to fix it, man. Like, you know, there's a couple... TVP early game needs to be fixed. Swarmhost needs to be addressed, design, change, removed. I don't know. At this point, I don't know what to tell you guys, because if we want full honesty here, StarCraft 2 viewership is going down, unfortunately, which is bad for all of us, including myself, that love and play this game. It has been going down. Stream numbers everywhere, I think, have been going down a little bit. You know, and it's you know, I said this at the end of Wings of Liberty when the game went to shit, and he was just like Broodlord Infestor every game. I said the same thing, like, and I said it months ago, and nobody listened. You know, they just think, oh, I'm just Avilo's just whining or blah blah blah. Like, no, I love this game. I want to see more viewers, more people tuning into my stream and anybody else's stream that plays the game. But it's not going to happen at this point because they have somebody that doesn't know how to balance an RTS game. You know, and there's a huge ego there at Blizzard. They don't want to take any suggestions from anybody. And also, the thing is, with the balance changes, they're taking too long. It takes like months, like 6 months to 9 months at a time for them to even acknowledge that there's a problem. And then once they acknowledge the problem, it takes like another 1, 2, 3 months for them to do anything about it. And then when they do anything about it, it's like so minuscule and minute that it didn't really actually like address anything or create a, like, something has to change. Like, fucking hire me, Blizzard. If you want somebody that's actually gonna like, you know, put in like easy changes, like changes that won't break the game but will fine tune it, and then if it's, you know, if it's wrong, have the, you know, have the willpower to revert it, and, you know, you gotta make time. You gotta, they need to change what they're doing here to the game, because we can't wait a year after having Swarmhost stalemates or a year of Terran just completely disappearing from tournaments. That's not good for the game, for viewers, for spectators, for people playing the game. It's not good at all. And basically what the thoughts on the Swarmhost boils down to is, it's like, hey guys out there, so you guys think that's a huge fucking problem? Well, we do too, but we don't. So bye. And then that's it. Like, his post is basically like, okay, we think it's a problem, but we're not gonna fix it. What the fuck is this? Like, come on. Alright, you think it's a problem, but you're not gonna do anything about it. You're gonna just do random changes. Also, like, come on. Address the problem. Fix Terran versus Protoss early. First of all, let me open up another. I made a thread here on the official forums as well about Terran balance, which they just closed. It's locked. It was like 8 pages. They don't address. They don't care. They don't give a shit. They don't care, guys. So your Swarmhosts, like, it's just ludicrous that his thoughts on Swarmhosts were basically like, hey, they're probably a problem, so let's just do other stuff that, you know, he's like avoiding the entire fucking problem, which is the Swarmhost. That is the problem. No one likes watching it. People like watching Stefano do it because it's Stefano, he's a hilarious character, that's his personality, and he's French, so he's basically just like fucking like rubbing it. It's almost like when Stefano plays those games, he's like flicking Blizzard off, saying like, like, look, I can break your game so easily. It's sort of like that, and people like watching him. They don't like watching Swarmhost. They like watching Stefano. There's a difference. There's a huge difference. Nobody really likes watching or playing against Swarmhost. Maybe some Zergs like using it, but yeah. They need to fix this. They need to address the actual issue, and stop trying to go around it. Like, there's just so many, like, how long? This game is not, like, guys, come on, please, people out there, people in internet land, internet TV land. Come on, guys, like, get on board here. We want StarCraft viewership to go up. We want the game to not suck. Something has to change. The community, basically, I think the entire community, I'm pretty safe to say, the entire community understands and knows that the problem is Swarmhosts. I think everybody understands that it's the Swarmhost that's the problem. Everybody understands except David Kim. Huh. It seems like literally everybody understands what the problem is, except the guy balancing the fucking game. So once again, I said it many metagame updates ago, and sometimes I felt like, man, am I being too harsh on these guys? But then we get stupid posts like this, this last one from David Kim, and then I just immediately, like, I don't have any guilt I don't feel bad at all, because I think I'm at this point, it's really hard to be wrong when I'm criticizing these guys. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it's really sad. Let me give, guys, I started playing League, and I think a lot of other people have started switching games too, and it's a really sad thing. And it's because you don't want to get on ladder and be proxy oracled every game. That's fucking stupid. It shouldn't be in the game. You don't want to get on ladder and have a Protoss opponent click their Nexus and hold off all your attacks for free. That's stupid. You don't want to get on ladder and there's no Terrans, and every game Protoss versus Zerg, Zerg versus Protoss, and Zerg versus Zerg is going to end up with a Swarmhost Turtle Boring Fest. That's the Swarmhost. Let's leave Terran versus Protoss imbalance out of this for a moment, because that matchup is very Protoss favored. Zerg is actually becoming favored against Terran as well because of the map pool. That's, I covered that in the last metagame update. Let's leave that out of the picture for a second. The number one thing that's killing esports or making dead game is the Swarmhost, because first of all, there's no Terran, so most of your ladder games, if you're not a Terran player, most of your ladder games are going to be against Zerg and against Protoss, which means there's going to be a lot of fucking Swarmhosts in your games, one way or the other. And nobody fucking likes... So if the majority of people playing the game are going to have to play this bullshit with this bullshit unit, and it's not being fixed, and all the Terran players have already disappeared, what does that leave you? It leaves you with your viewer numbers going down. That's just basic fucking common sense. I didn't use any statistics there. I didn't use any, hard numbers. That's just analyzing what is going on here, and I'm pretty sure that is a huge contributor. So the community needs to, basically be like, hey, Blizzard, you're actually fucking wrong on this. Address the Swarmhost, fix it. We gotta be like the parents here, all you guys that watch and play StarCraft, all the pro gamers, anybody, we have to be like daddy and mommy to Blizzard and be like, no, David Kim, and just pat him on the head and be like, no, that's actually wrong. The Swarmhost is a problem and you need to fix that. Stop. You can't just hide your issues. Alright? You can't just ignore the issues. You have to, there's tough things in life, and sometimes you have to actually face them. And the Swarmhost needs to be balanced and needs to be nerfed, redesigned, something, not the lazy way, not just what he said, changing abduct or changing, no, we can't settle for that anymore. You need to actually fix the game now, alright? So you need to work on that and do your job, otherwise let somebody else do your job or resign or get fired, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Either his ego is too huge and that's disallowing some actual development and design and software development from going on here. It could be that. There's a lot of stuff. Maybe this metagame update should just go into psychoanalyzing David Kim and what's going on in his life, because something is apparently wrong there. I don't know, maybe the criticisms got to him, but I mean, at a certain point, the community right now, we gotta be big daddy, big mommy, whatever the fuck else. We gotta be the parents here. We gotta say, you gotta fix your game. You gotta do this. You have to do your homework. David Kim, you gotta go do your homework, alright? You can stop playing around on Heroes of the Storm, alright? After you finish your homework and balance the Swarmhost and balance StarCraft 2, then you can go work on Heroes of the Storm, okay? Alright? But right now you gotta do your homework, buddy, alright? Because StarCraft 2 is literally a plane on fire, and we're all on the plane, and the plane is going down right now, and you're one of the only people. I mean, I'm sure the balance team does stuff too, but the plane's on fire. You gotta sort of fix it before it hits the ground. And right now, StarCraft 2 is that plane on fire analogy that I've made before, and we're all on the fucking plane, and we're just like, please do something! Like, the plane is going downhill! Oh my god, like, what the fuck? Help! And, like, Blizzard are, like, in the captain's quarters, and they're just like, shut the fuck up back there, we know what we're doing, it's not the Swarmhosts, it's not Protoss being imbalanced against, you all just shut the fuck, the plane is fine, alright? And we're just like, we're all like pulling down the oxygen mask, and we're like, no! The plane! Get us out! Like, do something! Like, the plane is going down! And you know, Blizzard is just like, no, guys, you're just worried. Why are y'all worrying so much? Like, just calm down and buy Heroes of the Storm when it comes out. Don't worry about StarCraft. We're fine. We're doing fine. Viewer numbers were fine for that one tournament. No big deal. Just go buy the skins when Heroes of the Storm comes out. What the fuck? So yeah, not too happy with the current state of the game. No one should be, and it's obviously not me. It's not just me that's thinking this stuff, because if viewership is going down, you know, in general, well, something is wrong. Something is wrong here. And I think a lot of it, to be completely honest, has to do with the gameplay. It's the gameplay of the game. The gameplay has to be good. And if you just let it stagnate and you let the game, like, turn into this really stupid game of, you know, Swarmhost stalemates, Protoss just doing all-ins and killing Terrans every, you know, tournament and on ladder, and you rig the map pool to be Zerg favored this season so that there are more Zergs, like, it's depressing. It's depressing, guys. Anyways, yeah, I mean, come on, Blizzard, wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Can't say much else, guys. You know, I'm gonna keep streaming, doing my thing. I've already started. I have like a level 28 league account already. I'm preparing for the eventual apocalypse where Blizzard says they're like buffing the Swarmhost or something, and then everybody just quits. So I mean, at this rate, you know, that actually, you know, that might be a possibility. They're like, yeah, we found Swarmhost play to be exciting, so we're buffing the Swarmhost this patch, and everybody's just like, I gotta go. See you later. See you, Blizzard. I'll be back in Legacy of the Void and see if you clean up your act. See you guys later. Anyways, guys, I guess I'm running out of stuff to say. That's metagame update number 29. I don't know what I should title this one. Perhaps Blizzard, maybe Blizzard Ego, or Blizzard doesn't give a shit, or I don't really know what I should title this one. Anyways, spread the video around. If you know, like I said, guys, come on, tell Blizzard, tell them to do their homework and do something with the game. Stop avoiding the balance issues. I will say, just to suck Riot's dick a little bit, but I started playing League, and they introduced an item that was obviously broken. It's called the Feral Flare. If you don't know anything about the game, basically what the item did, the item was too powerful. That's all you need to know. And they released it like a week and a half later. They recognized that, oh, okay, probably a little bit too strong. They scaled it back and they nerfed it a little bit. They tweaked it a week and a half later. Why can't Blizzard do that? Like, literally a week and a half later, they nerfed it a little bit because it was too strong. They didn't wait an entire fucking year for everybody to get fed up with the bullshit balance of the game. And guess what? If they tweaked it too much, they can scale it. They can tweak it back up a little bit. That's what should be. You know, that's what needs to happen with StarCraft 2. To be honest, I understand that. I understand how making a lot of balance changes really quickly is really bad. That's obviously bad. But there are changes that you can make to a game without completely obliterating the game, and then if they don't work, tweak them back. It's better to do that than to have the game in such a shitty state that like 8 months later to a year and a half, the game is almost the same, and people are getting really tired and you know, annoyed and bored with it when there's like 1 hour long Swarmhost stalemates. It's better to, you know, they should change their approach, I think. I don't know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the comments below in this video. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Metagame number 29. Gotta keep it real. Those are a lot of my thoughts on it. I'm sure I have more, and I'm sure I could have been more articulate and concise in some places, but you know, this is raw, man. This is what you get when you watch an avilo video. It's coming straight from the heart and out of my brain. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on stream later. Peace out.